By the way, did Liz tell you that the podcast was on the 19th?
Yeah, she did. I thought you guys did them on like Mondays or Tuesdays, but I was Saturdays. Fine.
I was scared when you texted me because you're like on my way. I'm like, on my way to where?
I was gonna, but like I put like OMW, but then like it auto-corrected to like on my way exclamation point.
I was like, wait, where are you going? Like, what's going on? Like, I was
late.
confused because like I worked that night. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
Wow.
I'm lost.
I was like,
okay, well, I will formally apologize. I'm sorry. I really messed up there.
Were you like in your car?
Attention.
Yeah, but like we were gonna go somewhere else too.
Okay.
Like after I was done.
Okay.
Because we were gonna make like way for houses.
I'm like, I texted you. I'm like,
Oh my
Liz.
God.
The
Yeah.
podcast is on Monday, right?
I've just been so out of it for the past week, you guys. Like this holiday feeling is just crazy. Okay, well, I guess we'll start the introduction right here, but I'm still gonna keep that first part. I mean, just having you guys
Just a blooper.
just completely call me out, you know. It's a little harsh, but welcome guys to another episode of Feel Free, where we talk about anything and everything that we feel like talking about, honestly. Where you can also open your mind, feel the vibe, and of course chime in the comments. So this is hosted by me, Liz,
Andrea,
and then today we have a special guest.
our friend Penelope, and
You just whispered her name.
Because she was gonna say my name. So I'm like, I was just mouthing it.
So then my voice just transferred to you.
I'm glad we're doing video for this one. This is perfect.
And today we'll be talking about marriages.
Marriage expectations.
And our opinions about it, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like I'm leaning too much.
With this topic, it's more like going with the flow and see where we lead.
This is how it always is, though.
I feel like
always
this
go
one
with
is
the
more.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have a direct plan with this one.
What do you mean? I have articles. You're mean. What did I do to you today?
Everything.
Hey, I'm just kidding.
You saw that look.
No, you didn't. I have the power to edit it out. I have the power to edit it out. I could put something in front of my face too.
This will be a long edit then.
Yeah. First, like, what do we think about marriage?
You start off.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's something like pretty sacred. It's something that like you have to really think about before you really get into that. 'Cause I feel, I probably shouldn't say it, but like I just feel like a lot of people now are kind of getting married just to get with it, you know? If you know what I mean.
Like what? What?
Very different.
Very different. And then like also the age, like it's been changing over time. And so people do feel rushed to get married. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm in my 20s. I need to get married. Now I need to find someone and
Like rushing it.
tie the knot. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Because people think like the older they get, like the time that they have is like running out. So they just want to like meet someone and then put a ring on it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Penelope? What are your opinions about marriage?
On marriage? I don't know. I don't really believe in it.
Like, what do you mean?
Like I don't
She
want to
doesn't
get
think
married.
it exists.
I mean, I know it exists, but I feel like it's a little outdated. Like, people can still, like, get married, but, like, for me, personally, I don't know. I don't believe in marriage.
You think it's just like a piece of paper?
Yeah, and people get divorced anyway, so I think it would be better to just, like, date instead. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. Like I don't really want the piece of paper, cause like if we divorce, that's a lot of money. Let's just put that out there. That's a lot of money to just break up. In order to break up, like there's this long, difficult process.
And the lawyers you have to pay.
It's like you realize we're spending like thousands, and it's just for us to break up. Like that's basically what's happening.
Dang. Okay. Well, I'd like to formally apologize in behalf of Andrea and Penelope for those of our friends that are married. We don't mean this is gonna apply to you in any way. Okay, this is just general.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying for me. I feel like
Yeah.
if I got married, I would probably get divorced.
I feel like if I were to meet someone, like we can, like if you want to buy me a ring, okay. We want to have a party, okay. Just not the paper. Like we'll just live together. We'll say like we're a married couple, just minus the paper.
I also think there's like just some type of people who are like better at being married. Like I don't know if I would want to put all that like effort into staying married.
Yeah.
And then people like fall out of love and stuff like that.
That's true.
The other one, like when some people define other marriages, the perfect married couple, do you think it's more pressure to them as well?
Yeah.
To keep up with that high standard?
I mean, it's not that they're perfect. It's like it just looks perfect through someone else's eyes. Like they always say the grass is greener on the other field or something. Oh no, on the other side.
Greener.
You get to the other side.
Yeah, and then you realize, oh my gosh, they painted it.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it's too much stress for pretty much agreement that we're married.
Yeah. I think what we're trying to say, and I mean, mainly on my behalf, is I'm actually pretty scared of commitment. I don't know. It's just like I've seen a lot of relationships go many other ways instead of like staying together. Too many of them. And it's kind of like, what's the point if that's where I'm gonna end up?
Like I love and all.
Mm-hmm.
Just I don't know. Marriage. I feel like there's just so many like tragic stories I hear about it, and it's like, oh my god, it's like a war, really. I feel like sometimes.
Well, we have our thoughts on marriage, but let's see where marriage actually came from. Yeah, where it began. Penelope, do you want to read?
Read what? Like, start where?
Right here, where the big H is.
But, like, until where?
I guess, like, just up to here.
Okay.
Pretend that we're in
make sure,
school.
like, the mic is right here, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretend we're in school and it's your turn to read.
Yeah.
A paragraph.
Okay.
Someone popcorn you.
Oh, no.
I popcorn. Penelope.
I hated this.
Me
Those
too.
times.
How old is the institution? The best available evidence suggests that it's about 4,350 years old. For thousands of years before that, most anthropologists believe families consisted of loosely organized groups of as many as 30 people, with several male leaders, multiple women shared by them, and children. As hunter-gatherers settled down into agrarian civilizations, society had a need for more stable arrangements. The first recorded evidence of marriage ceremonies uniting one woman and one man dates from about 2,350 BC in Mesopotamia. Over the next several hundred years, marriage evolved into a widespread institution embraced by the ancient Hebrews, Greeks, and Romans. But back then, marriage had little to do with love or with religion.
Yeah. So, I actually read this, of course, because I had to pick out the article and, But I actually like really thought about that, how marriage was it was really a business thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then religion was just kind of shoved down its throat, and now everyone's like, I mean.
Do you think marriage back then was more intense than it is now?
I don't think it's as intense.
Mm-mm,
It just,
I don't think so.
it was more of a binding for the woman, kind of like, you belong to this person now,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then marriage now is really, like, it's about love, like, I love this person, and I want to be with them forever. We got to sign a contract that we're going to be together forever, which, yeah, sounds a little scary.
Some religion, too.
Yeah, and some religions, too, where it's, like...
Arranged marriage?
No, not arranged marriage. I mean, arranged marriages are different, but it's like, for the religious ones, it's like you gotta find your eternal partner, right? Because, I don't know, I'm not very religious. So I can't speak on behalf of those who are. I think it's cute, though. I think it's cute, like, for those, it's like, oh, you found your one, and you plan to be with them for eternity.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, if
Have
they
that
actually
forever
stuck,
thing?
though.
Yeah, if they did.
Oh man, who broke our hearts? Just
let's not go down that road just yet.
Oh, okay. So marriage's primary purpose was to bind women to men, you know, and thus guarantee that a man's children were truly his biological heirs. Through marriage, a woman became a man's property. This is why it's a good thing that things evolve. There are some places that have it still like that, though.
Exactly.
It's pretty sad. In the betrothal ceremony of ancient Greece, a father would hand over his daughter with these words, "I pledge my daughter for the purpose of producing legitimate offspring." That's kind of scary.
I think I've heard of that phrase before.
Really? Where?
Like when I was learning it in school at some point, like in history.
Oh, okay. I thought I meant like now.
No. If I hear that now, like I'll be concerned, but no,
I think I'm gonna read the rest of that.
Huh?
I don't know. Should I? I mean, it says like to satisfy their sexual urges.
Because now they're intrigued. So you have to read it now.
I mean, I already put down on YouTube like not for children, but do not make it only for 18-year-old and up. I mean, I don't think it's. I mean, it's not bad. Okay, I'm reading an article, so it's good, right? Right, straight from an article. So
it's not her words.
It's not my words.
The article.
So yeah, among the ancient Hebrews, men were free to take several wives. Married Greeks and Romans were free to satisfy their sexual urges with concubines, prostitutes, and even teenage male lovers. I never thought I'd say that out loud. While their wives were required to stay home and tend to the household. If wives failed to produce offspring, their husbands could give them back and marry someone else. Wow. Imagine it like having, it's like buying
it's like an
item. Woman at Target, and it's like, oh, takes it back. This doesn't work.
It's like, no. It's like returning an item that you don't want anymore. Change mind, basically.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read this one? Just don't cover the mic. It's right here.
Oh, okay.
It's right there, like right. It's like. Okay.
So it's right here. Just kidding.
I wish.
That's
this one right here. Yeah.
Okay. As the Roman Catholic Church became a powerful institution in Europe, the blessings of a priest became a necessary step for a marriage to be legally recognized. By the 8th century, marriage was widely accepted in the Catholic Church as a
council. At the council. Sacrament.
Or a ceremony to bestow God's grace. At the Council of Trent in 1563, the sacramental nature of marriage was written into canon law. Okay.
So I guess back in like 1563 is when marriage was involved in religion.
I guess that's how it started out.
So about what, 500 years ago?
Yeah.
We know math.
Oh God. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of crazy that like.
Well, almost.
I mean, I don't want to get into
yeah.
religion, but religion has me like with all sorts of thoughts. Like, bro.
I feel like. I don't know. It's more intense. I feel like.
But like, imagine if like your only worth was like giving birth to children.
Yeah. That's so sad.
That's sad.
That's absolutely sad.
Yeah, that's the pressure I don't really want on my shoulders.
Wait, but like, I think maybe we're a little too biased here. Do you want kids?
No.
Do you want kids?
I don't know.
Because I certainly don't really want kids.
Like, it's a thought that happened back in my head.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I would actually go through with it. Because it's one thing to think about it, and it's another to actually go through with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, wanting kids or having them is not like, it's something that, it's not like playing house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like a serious thing. It's like, I think it's as serious as marriage too. If you really want this person to be with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Or the ideal of having them in the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And and kids, like, it's fun to think about and stuff, but just, would you actually go through with it? Like,
I mean, for me, honestly, if it happens, it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd love my child.
but like, would you,
But I
Me
can't
too.
see myself with a kid.
Yeah.
like, if that's your situation, then it's your situation, but like, would you actually want kids?
No. Honestly, no, I don't really want kids.
Mm-mm.
I'm more of a, I don't know. 'Cause
I mean, like, who knows about the future though?
Yeah.
Like, we
I
could
mean,
be
it's-
like married, have kids.
Watch us in like 10 years and Penelope has like triplets already.
Oh,
It's just-
no.
The reason why I'm more in the
hard.
I don't know state is because, like, I kind of see what we've all witnessed so far in this world.
2020 has showed us a lot.
And, like, in my mind, it's like, do I want to bring a child in this world and actually go through or witness things that we've witnessed so far?
That's true.
And it's like, would I be selfish in a way to put that on them a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you work hard to make a better future.
Yeah. Like, especially with, like, global warming and stuff, and all, like, the pollution, like, the plastic and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
like, how much longer?
It's just scary because, like, you don't know what your child is going to go through in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I already know what I've been through. It's like, what are they going to go through?
So yours is like, you're kind of worried about their life.
And, like,
kinda
them
thing.
getting hurt and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I guess that's, like, the mother nature of it all, I guess. But,
Yeah.
That's also part of my reason, too. And the fact that, I don't know, if I would be, like, a good parent. First of all.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of the thing too. I'm like, I don't know if I'd be a good parent. But my part of not having kids is the physical part, is actually
that too.
birthing them. Well, we definitely, we just went a little off course there, but, I totally understand you guys. I get it. It's a scary world out there. Okay. Just Wow. That's a lot to think about, really.
Marriage and kids is a big
thing
in life. You have to, like, really
well,
think about.
What about now? Like, how have things changed from the beginning, and, like, how things have shifted? And especially right now, in our time, 2020, the pandemic, I found an article that kind of just talked about a little bit of what is going on in today's life with marriages. And apparently, I don't think it's on this one, but I was reading another article, but I didn't want to get too far into that because it's all about divorces. But like, the number of divorces right now is so big.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I even saw a graph, and the graph was like, do 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 do. It's like, and I was like, oh my god.
And, like, yeah, low key, it's not really the first thing that I think about it, but it's, like, in the back of my head. Divorce is another thing I'm kind of afraid of being married. It's like, you would think, like, you would be with this person forever, and then something happens, and it's not, like, a one-day thing. It's, like, to the point where the relationship is at risk.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, my parents are divorced, and I saw how everything went down after they got divorced, and like, me and my sisters, we pretty much, like, watched it in the, like, backstage.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know if it would be something that I would want my kids to see as well, because it's a memory that you don't really want that to put in their minds.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
That's harsh. Well, just marriages, we're, like, looking at marriages, like, in the past and what we've seen, but what is it right now? Like, what are people going through and what's in their minds? We have a friend, we probably should have, like, texted her something and let her, like, ask her about her questions and stuff.
Oh, that would have been
yeah, that
good.
probably would have been really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because
we have a friend that recently got married.
Yeah. Very recent. It's actually been a month already.
It's
their month anniversary was yesterday.
It's so crazy to me to, like, she's a wife now.
She'd be a waifu.
She is a waifu.
She's a waifu. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things that we go in our minds that we just think, like, oh, gross, marriage. But then there's, like, stuff like this, like, it's so cute, like,
it's really cute.
Going to it,
I can, like, text her and see if she answers.
If she answers, I mean, go for it if you want to.
What should I ask?
I don't know, just have an opinion. Like, does she have an opinion about her marriage so far or something? I don't know. No, actually, I don't know. I think maybe it's too personal. You think?
Yeah. I feel like if we planned it.
Yeah, if we planned it, it would have been easier.
Because I feel like for right now, I'll be, like, asking her right off the bat.
Yeah.
I think that's not.
It's a little interesting.
She can comment on it later.
Yeah, if she wants to. If she watches it too. Yeah, like, it's such a cute thing. Like, I think growing up, a lot of us, mainly women, had always imagined what our marriage, like, our wedding day would look like. We probably had, like, certain planning, like, what our dresses would look like, what you'd want, like, your cake to look like.
I had a class in sophomore year. It was adult roles. And
I did too. That was my freshman year.
Oh, and we had to plan our wedding and go on budget. Try not to go over.
I did too.
And
I didn't do a good job though.
I did a good job.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was pretty much everything that I kind of envisioned, and it's like, hey, it's possible. Money-wise, it's possible.
I'd like to have a $400 wedding budget.
I think that doing that assignment, it kind of got me to feel like I want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
To have that be live.
Yeah. But for these brides, things are different now. Again, 2020 really did us a number.
I feel like whenever people hear 2020, we're just like...
Yeah. So this article is by brides. I think they just specialize in like how to get your wedding planned or whatever. But at brides, weddings are kind of... Okay, I'm just going to read it in their words, okay. At brides, weddings are kind of our thing, and they have been since our beginning in 1934. Yeah. In 1934. That's actually not that long ago. Over the past 86 years, it's no secret that what weddings look like, and more importantly, what they mean, has changed a lot. Which is why since 2013, we've conducted an annual American wedding study to examine the state of weddings in the U.S. in real time. This year, however, we set about our analysis with new intentions. We wanted to look beyond the big day and really address the obvious. Why and how today's couples say I do is more complex than ever. To better understand, we surveyed more than 1,400 American newlyweds of varying races, ages, income brackets, geographical locations, and sexual orientations. Then, COVID-19 changed our plans. Our formal poll closed in March, and ever since, we've been getting an influx of reader comments about COVID-19 changing our wedding plans. We even created a new column about it. So in September, we made a quick pivot in our surveys. Pivot!
Oh my god.
We made a quick pivot in our survey to address
if
how...
you guys watch Friends, you know what that... you know what that means.
Yeah. So in September, we made a quick pivot in our survey to address how the coronavirus pandemic is affecting our readers' perceptions and plans. As a result, we began as a study of what weddings and marriages actually mean to couples in 2020. Suddenly became an examination of how a world-altering okay, an examination of how a world-altering event and its ramifications on health, finance, culture, and relationships impact such ideals. So, uncertain times make for stronger commitments. 55% of our followers say that the pandemic has changed their expectations for marriage, and according to many of them, the worldwide disruption has them ruminating on true meaning of their vows and prioritizing partnerships above all. So, yeah, like I said, there was a lot more divorces this year. And I think it's because they actually had to stay... Some couples had to stay home and, like, actually be with their person a lot more, and see sides of them that you had no idea of.
That's kind of sad if you think about it.
Yeah.
The reason why they got divorced is because they spent too much time together.
That's pretty sad. That is pretty sad.
That's basically some of the reasons why they got divorced. And, like, it's kind of confusing in a way. Because, like, you got married with this person because you would want to spend the rest of your life with them.
Mm-hmm.
And now you spend every single day with them. You don't want to be with them anymore. Like, I just never really thought, like, spending too much time together would cause a divorce. Which is...
Well, that's for those who... I think those are just, like, for people who got married too quick. You know? Because there have been those, that, like, after... like 2 months or so, they get married. They tie the knot.
Does it say the ages?
It doesn't.
No.
Yeah, but there's another thing. Just like there's some people that weren't married, but they're living together and then decided to get married because they were like, I just think it's just bad timing for some people that they tied the knot. Bad timing. Because it's true. There's a bad timing to everything. But here it is. Even more, it seems that these uncertain times have somehow brought about a new level of certainty when it comes to couples' commitment to one another. 82% report that living through the pandemic has actually made them want to marry more and weather this and any other storm together. Some of the comments on them said, "We don't know when or how this will end. Being together is the most important thing right now." That was by a person that can't really read. Marriage is for better or worse. Life doesn't wait till the knot is tied to make you learn that. Another person that I can't read their name. I don't even want to try to.
Oh.
Yeah.
For a moment I thought because you don't want to like expose them, but
no, it's people. It's people. Like the first one's like Shinamanya.
There you go. You just said it.
But I'm pretty sure I like saw it so bad. And the second one's like Amtumolo. Oh wait, no, Amtumolo. I guess. I don't know.
People have interesting, unique names.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. Let's just say.
There's definitely a lot more postpones to weddings. It says right here 66% of them were postponed, which is pretty good, I guess, for some. But I thought that Rose's wedding was pretty good. Like, less people. It wasn't that bad. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. If you were there, we'd have
Sadly,
more
I
fun.
wasn't there. I had to work that day.
Work sucks.
It does. But I need the money.
I like money.
Cash it in.
Yeah. I think I'm going to cut off a lot of the parts where I read. Because I just suck at reading. I like the way Penelope reads.
I suck at reading, too. Asked all of our friends and people that we know about their opinions about marriage. Because we're not married yet. We have opinions about it.
Yeah, this is so bad. Oh, my gosh. Well, no, because we're talking about anything and anything, okay? This is feel free. You can feel free to do whatever you want. And right now, we're telling our opinions.
Okay.
So aggressive right now.
Yeah. Okay.
I know my parents want me to get married.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't want you to be lonely when you get older. And stuff like that. They don't want me to be all alone and old.
So my mom is kind of in the same boat of like me wanting to get married, but not as like forcing it. She just wants to make sure that like I'll be okay, because she would like to see me with someone. But my mom is kind of learning that like in this generation it's not all about marriage, because my sister doesn't want to get married, and my older sister is married, and then there's me still single and just living my life. So like she's kind of learning from the three of us. It's different now. Like there's more of a variety to it. There's people that are married. There's people that are living with their significant other, but they're not married. And then there's people that they're just single, living life, having fun with friends and all of that.
Always ready to mingle. Okay. Sometimes.
Because I, with my love life, I'm more of a just let it flow. I'm not really looking for anything. I'm not forcing anything. I'm just like, if it happens, great. If not, then it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And that's how I like it, because like I don't see my love life as the first priority to me. And Yeah. But
for me, well, my parents, what they think. They think, like, yeah, I get married, and that they think I'm eventually gonna get married. But I'm always fighting and saying, like, oh, me and my sister, like, we're always fighting, like, we're never gonna get married. I'm never gonna get married. And then if they keep pushing it, we're like, fine, we're lesbians. Just to make them mad. I don't know. They just kind of push that. It literally changed not too long. Stop. It literally it changed not too long ago of how, like, before they'd be like, who's that guy? Who are you talking to? Like, is it your friend or is it your boyfriend? It's like, no, he's a homie.
Did they kind of start pushing it to you when your sister started dating?
A little bit. So my youngest sister, the one right after me, she, like, after she got a boyfriend, my parents kind of were like, they kind of got worried about me and my sister, the older one. Like, if we felt jealous that she had someone and we didn't. And I think we'd always, I mean, for me, for sure, I'd always say, I'm like, no, I'm not jealous. I mean, good for them. Sometimes they get, like, a little, like, they're taking it too far. Like, sometimes they talk about marriage, and I'm like, what? You're 17. Shut up. And, yeah. But then there's, like, I'm like, well, it's them. Like, whatever they want to do. My brother, he started dating his now wife. I mean, his wife. It was, I think, in, like, high school. She was a sophomore, and he was probably a senior, I think. And then they just, they started living together. And then after that, it of course escalated. They had a child. And I think they were already kind of planning marriage before my niece, but eventually they got to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I think 3 years now? 4 years into marriage? 3?
No.
I can't remember. But yeah, like, they got married, and then my parents didn't think too much about for me and my sister. Like, oh, they're now asking if I'm talking to someone. And I'm like, no, unfortunately, no, I wish. But at the same time, just like, I shouldn't think too much about it. Like, I want to live my life first, and then eventually, like, a little bit along the way, I'll find someone. Because I don't want to get married. Like, if I am going to get married, I don't want to get married until, like, I'm 28 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 5 years left. I have 5 years left to find someone. I'm counting down.
Sometimes, like, when me and my family, we all get together, the most thing that we would mostly do together is, like, watch movies. and, like, there is a point in our lives that, like, everyone was in a relationship except, like, me and my dad. And, like, I kind of saw us like, hey, we're in this together kind of thing.
The single life.
Yeah. And, like, honestly, like, it never bothered me or anything. Like, when I would notice that, like, my older sister and her husband, my sister and her boyfriend, like, all of that, like, I never really found it, like, a bother. It was just, like, more company, which I liked. But I'm not really rushing anything to anything. You, Penelope?
Am I rushing?
Or, like, what are your opinions about your love life?
Like parents.
Like my parents?
I'm not sure you said it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said...
God, pay attention.
You're the one getting distracted here with that pillow.
Mm-hmm.
I just mentioned that it was fluffy. And I'm just touching it, that's it.
Your distraction.
No, because I'm paying attention to the conversation. Damn, she's always trying to pick a fight. We might as well be married. Like, this is, the bickering all the time.
Then I want a divorce.
Okay. I didn't agree to this marriage.
This is the perfect episode for divorce.
That's so true.
We're sisters.
Yeah.
We're not lovers. We're sisters.
Why do we have to, like, make that clear? I think they already knew from the very beginning.
Who knows? Like, some of them might be shipping us now.
I mean, I don't care about shipping because that's them, honestly. Did I say something wrong?
I'll fill the comments with it. I'll make up a ship name.
Oh my god, yes.
What would our ship name be?
Well, I guess Penelope is the #1 fan of the ship. What would it be?
I don't know. I need to figure it out. It needs to.
Drea?
It needs.
That sounds weird. That sounds like a drug. Liz Drea.
It's true.
It sounds like something you take when you have stomach
What?
aches or something.
Are you comparing it to like diarrhea or something?
Okay. Anyway.
Because I don't think I can like put my name into yours.
Honest? I don't know.
Anise.
Anise. Oh, that's really cute.
That sounds like sneeze.
No, it's like a spice.
Anise.
Anise is a spice?
Yeah. I think. Let me search it up. Don't put this in if it's not a spice.
Anise. Anise.
Anise. I don't know. You guys think of a name in the comments. I don't care.
What's our ship name?
Yeah, whatever our ship name is.
Okay, back to the topic.
Okay.
Penelope.
So I don't remember what I was gonna say because I was a little cut off. So I don't know. I agree with Liz. If I was gonna get married, I would do it later on. I also want to live my life before getting married. Before having that label, I guess.
I guess what I actually am like, I mean, not just scared of commitment, or I don't know. I'm not really good at commitment. Because I'm also like such a big flirt and I flirt with everyone, but I'm also scared like maybe if I'm not loyal, you know? Like what if I end up taking a sip out of that ungrateful tea, you know? Yeah. But then also if I'm married, I also don't want to be controlled, you know? Like maybe not controlled, but I would have to make every decision with that person, and sometimes I just want to make my own decisions. It's just a little like, you know.
And then there's like rules that comes up too.
Yeah.
With the whole unloyalty thing, like that fear is like to the other person. Like, what if they're not loyal to me?
Yeah, that too. Cause like I can be loyal to my friends. I'm really loyal to my friends, you know. But I mean, I guess if I treat them like a friend too, like they just say that your lover is your best friend or whatever.
I mean, they're just your boyfriend.
Yeah.
You treat them the same way, just there's a new label to it. It's just, also the whole controlling thing I'm also afraid of, like, because there's rules, there's things that you can't do now, and there's things that you, there's boundaries now, and it's like, I'm afraid, like, what are the rules for, what's the rules that they want to make?
Yeah. So yes, I guess we did talk about everything we needed to talk about in this episode of Feel Free. Like, do you want to tell them like to follow you and stuff? No. Okay.
I want to stay private.
You want to say private? Okay. Yeah. Private Penelope.
Any last words that you want to say to the podcast?
Any last words? I mean, I may have seemed like I was super against marriage. But, I mean, it's not all that bad. Maybe I just need some time or to actually experience
Find the one.
love or whatever. Maybe.
I feel like you're cringing. Yeah.
So we all shared our opinions about marriage and love and our expectations of us.
It was fun.
It
Yeah.
was interesting.
So, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share.
With your friends and family.
Yeah.
And other people that you would like to show this to.
If you have friends.
Hey! Rose! We're trying to make friends.
Did you say rose?
Roast.
Oh, roast.
You roast.
We live in Utah. Like, are you both at a roast?
See, you're hearing stuff. I said it perfectly.
I'm hearing stuff, yeah. Okay,
So-
then. That's a wrap. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye. Take care. And Happy New Year, maybe? If it's already past New Year. Or... Oh my gosh. What if it's already February? And...
Stop.
Okay. Bye!